Although the movie was unsuccessful and school began, their love for filmmaking was born. Over the next 4 years, the two best friends shot an impressive total of 20 more short movies, with Armando venturing into the world of acting and Bill taking the reins as director. 1 week after graduation, they gathered a small crew and shot their 22nd short film on a family-owned ranch in Northern California. It was a 60-minute dramatic piece entitled I Don't Know. And what they did not know at the time was this film would change their lives forever. Unexpectedly, I Don't Know received 2 awards in the hometown's Art, Crafts and Antique Festival. And just 3 months later, awards in hand, the two friends packed their bags and headed west for the starlit movie mecca of the world, Hollywood, California. Like countless dreamers before them, they were on a life mission to stop at nothing short of changing the world through Hollywood motion pictures. However, securing a movie deal was more difficult than they had anticipated. Bill presently holds a managerial position at a local bird and bird supply store, while Armando remains an unemployed actor, studying on the side toward becoming a certified life coach. But through all the years, they have not lost sight of their dream. They persist in their belief that if they never give up and always continue forward, one day something will happen. And they were right. Nameless Studios International is a mid-level production company in Brentwood. They specialize in the production and distribution of low-budget movies, from the action-adventure, horror, sci-fi, children's series, and mature genres. Although they were producing 9 projects this year, there was a 10th they were desperately trying to get off the ground. The Lone Rancher.
Mary, it's Armando Jones.
Armando!
This was when we first met Armando Jones. Mary Bernstein, a 10-year producing veteran, was meeting with Armando as a potential candidate to direct their new project.
Don't mind these cameras, they're doing this little documentary.
He did not appear as I had imagined a mature director would, but as we would learn, he was nothing of the sort.
Armando, do you know why you're here?
Not really.
I'm a fan of I Don't Know.
Have you seen I Don't Know?
Yeah, on the internet. My intern showed it to me, and I watched it. It had a great feel to it, and you're a good actor.
Oh, thank you.
Did I read right when I saw in the credits that it was your uncle's ranch that you shot at? That big ranch? Was that your uncle's ranch?
It's my partner's uncle's ranch.
Oh, your partner's uncle's ranch.
Yes.
Okay, all right
Up in
then.
Northern California.
Great. That's big. It's green. It's
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
like a real ranch.
Yeah, it is a real ranch.
Right. So anyway, that's what I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
This is our newest project.
Okay.
Armando left the meeting holding his first official movie offer in his entire life. However, through a series of miscommunications, he exited unaware they had been discussing a mature project. His instructions were simple: read the treatment and get back to Mary as soon as possible. We watched.
I'm Tom Wellred, and I am the chief staff writer at Nameless Studios. Sure. The Lone Rancher, period piece. Rosa, a sexy 20-something, lives on a rustic ranch with her lover, Jacques. Jacques is the ranch hand. Although they have a thriving sex life, one humid evening, Rosa suddenly discovers she has lost her ability to orgasm. She and Jacques must work together against all odds before it's too late.
So huge numbers of filmmakers are currently out of work. And what do they want to do? They want to make films. What do we want? We've got projects. We've got work for them. And sure, they're willing to do it for pretty much nothing.
Hold on, gotta get up.
In this particular case, we have 2 partners that we're looking at, and they have access to a location that we wouldn't normally be able to afford.
I need her to call me back immediately. There was a little misunderstanding that needs to get clarified. Jones, Armando. I don't know. Okay, thank you very much. Don't do this, you guys. This is very rude. This is very rude, you guys. I don't want to be filmed. I'm being honest. Take this stuff off. I didn't sign up for this.
Please take it off, or I'm gonna take it off myself, and I don't want to ruin your equipment. It's embarrassing.
This is in no way pornography. I can't be any clearer than that, guys. Those are our pre-written scenes, alright? Are you with me? They in no way represent the entire movie. They are listed that way for our buyers.
It should be noted, there are two characteristics that can be used to differentiate mature movies from common pornography.
I can't believe he's doing this to me.
I'm so sorry, Mrs. Bennerman. If there's anything I can do for you this time.
Oh, Mr. Betterman.
First, mature actors only simulate intercourse, rather than living it out. At no point through mature movies will you distinctly observe male or female genitalia. And secondly, mature movies have stories.
No.
We need a plan.
Okay.
To make him disappear.
What are you talking about? Killing your husband?
Yeah.
But I'm just your mailman. Oh, Mr. Betterman. Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, the Indian teepee sex scene, grassy field, sex scene 1, rustic covered wagon, sex scene 2, mysterious horse stall sex, it seems like it's,
Porno.
totally porn.
See, this movie, The Lone Rancher, it's gonna air on HBO, Cinemax, Showtime. I mean, right next to the big boys here, right next to the biggest stars. I mean, Leonardo, DiCaprio, Denzel, Washington. You know, really, it could air right next to your favorite film, Armando. I mean, what? Schindler's List? Braveheart? Transformers? Go ahead and think about it, but if you accept, this is how it works. You take our premise, the girl on the ranch, you take our 10 preset scenes, 4.5 minutes each, and you come up with the story. And if we like it, you will write, direct, and produce your first feature film. And we'll pay you for it.
Armando and Bill were given a 4-day grace period to make their decision.
This is actually the backyard. This is Miracle Mile, right behind these buildings here. It is a commitment. But you know what? So is being a friend. That's a commitment. So is being a citizen of this great nation. My art is a commitment, and it's committed to me to say I'm with you through good times and through bad times. It accepts me for who I am, not who I should be or could be or will be, but who I am today, Armando.
Oh yeah, art can make a difference. As long as the artist cares. It has been a part of my life, it has changed my life. I saw a movie at a small theater that used to show old movies, and I was 14 years old. And when I saw Casablanca and Humphrey Bogart up there, falling in love, and I knew that there was a world out there for me that I could go into, and something more I could do. We feel like the idea you have is two people having sex on a ranch isn't enough, and maybe we could have more of a story.
It's part of our kind of style. Like, you know when you mentioned, like, I need an air Titanic. First thing Bill and I thought was...
Titanic. It has more than just the two lovers.
It has the ship, and then it has the iceberg.
That's why it has the story.
We've got everything we need. We've got our two lovers, obviously, but now we've added the symbolic ship through the secret marriage, and then we've also got our iceberg through
Evil Mother.
bingo.
We don't usually marry the lovers.
Oh, right.
I think that's an interesting
It
twist.
is.
The thing you need to see is that they're in love. If you can see that, then I think you'll understand what we're saying. Because if you can imagine being a ranch hand at this point in time, think about that lifestyle. He lives in a barn. He digs ditches. He fixes fences. He's got a pair of boots and jeans.
Maybe a mule, we're thinking.
Maybe a mule.
It doesn't have anything except
her, Rosa. But if you bring the evil mother in,
Iceberg.
she's powerful. She's the ranch owner. She employs Jacques, the ranch hand. She would have him killed for being with her only daughter.
Think about that tension.
What does that do? That's tension. Right there. So the wedding becomes a secret, right? Well, how long can you live like that where you're keeping your most important things inside of you? How long can you stuff yourself and live a lie? Mary, how long can you do that?
Not long, Bill.
Exactly.
And you know what? You're not alone.
You research this. When you hold it
It
in,
not only affects you emotionally, but
starts
it will
coming out.
and it'll affect you
Okay.
physically. People
All
bury,
right.
it can affect
Now,
you
are
physically.
you explaining to us why what's her name?
Rose.
Rosa can't orgasm?
Yes. Yeah. The bottom line is this. We can fit all 10 of your preset scenes into this
That's what I want to hear. That's what I
Yeah,
want to
just
hear.
trying to wait. I think it's really great to have this story, and they've kept all the sex scenes that we need in there. It really reminds me of Giant, you know, like he's the James Dean character, and he's just got the world on him, and he's got to come out of it to be with this person, and it's just, I like it. I mean, I hope you can get behind it.
Okay.
We do have one more request.
Sure.
There's one demand that we need to make, besides the secret wedding and...
Sorry, go ahead. She didn't like that word. It's all right. Go ahead. What do you want?
We need Armando to play the role of Jacques the ranch hand.
Thank you.
As a spectator, I was sure Mary would dismiss their ideas and pass on them as directors. But to my surprise, this did not occur. They returned 2 days later and signed on to write, direct, and co-produce The Lone Rancher, contingent upon Nameless Studios allowing Armando to play the male lead role of Jacques, in exchange for Bill providing the ranch location where the film will be shot and providing it for free. I understood Mary's decision to go forward more clearly after reading the contract myself.
Concerning the matter of the Lone Rancher, under no circumstance will alterations be made in any form to the characters, actions, or implied dialogue through any of the Nameless film's preset scenes of sexual nature. Under no circumstance will a period of time defined as the expository period run longer than 5.5 minutes without full disclosure of no less than one or more fully nude body part. Sexual intercourse shall materialize at the rate of speed of every 6.5 minutes between 2 or more characters of above-mentioned title. How far would you like me to read this?
Well, we got what is known as a THOT flash, and what we discovered in this flash was Rosa. Rosa. And that's all we're going to say, Rosa. And it came just at the right time because we're about ready to what, Bill?
Casting.
Casting.
Hi. How are you guys today?
Good. Can you say your name and your size?
My name is Amber Morning, and I'm 34B. I'm about 5'4", but in heels I can be 5'6", 5'7". I am a natural blonde, so...
Rather than the traditional process of meeting actors in person, Armando and Bill were given a DVD which displayed previously recorded auditions from a group of actresses deemed suitable by Nameless Studios.
He invites me, he invites me, he invites me.
Can you speak English? Can you turn around?
What is it?
Please understand English.
I'm Summer. Blonde hair, blue eyes, obviously. Do you want to see my ass? Yeah, that's it. Give it to Mama. Come on, Daddy, bring it home, bring it home, Daddy, bring it home, bring it home, bring it home. Come on, oh, baby, come on. Oh, God, bring it home.
Over the next 3 weeks, Armando and Bill worked tirelessly, creating, writing, and ultimately completing their version of The Lone Rancher. And finally, the day came. The project was officially underway. They loaded their supplies and gear into their rented transportation vehicle and began their 11-hour journey north to Bill's Uncle Richard's ranch. At the same time, their entire crew, all friends from their previous production, I Don't Know, were also en route.
And we are clear to take off. We didn't have a chance at light rain, followed by rain.
I just went over to the feed store a minute ago and priced some of this hay. It's over $200 a ton. When I started this business, it used to be 19. You can't afford to feed, and I wish we could get some of the wet weather that they're having back east. But, I don't know. I guess if you're in it long enough like we have been, and, you know, you're going to have good years and you're going to have bad years, but hopefully we can get through it all.
This is my uncle right here. He's the man letting us do all this out here. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Everybody needs a break once in a while. I mean, it's tough to be out here every day beating your head against the wall. You know, I don't need to be in the cattle business. I can go do something else. But you know what? I've been doing this for over 40 years. I bought my first cow when I was 10 years old. I do well with the animals.
You know what I mean? If you do well doing pictures, then you need to follow that dream. You literally need to follow that dream. If you keep struggling at it, you will get there.
First of all, I want to acknowledge that you guys have come a long way to be with us during the shoot of The Lone Ranger. And let me just say off the get-go, with certainty, this is going to be one of the finest scripts we have ever done as a team. We understand on the surface this looks to be a little risque. But underneath, if you guys really get into the text, the heart of this, there's really a love story here. That's right.
Oh no, it's not going to be difficult at all because actually Bill's aunt is going to watch Mikkel while I'm on set. So he's going to have so much fun, right?
Cover up some pain, downsizing days, enjoying your days out, keeps you hanging on. I've been talking to the in-crowd, the protests, I'm gonna be loud. Best places that you have found, keeps you hanging on.
Although Armando and Bill had requested a Hispanic actress to play the lead role of Rosa, Nameless Studios had the final say. The studio's decision was based primarily on the actress's foreign marketability. Summer has a small following in Eastern Europe.
Finally, we are in places. Actors, hit your marks. Everyone else settle in. We're about to hit the ball out of the park. Roll sound.
Sound speeds.
Roll camera.
Camera speeds.
The Lone Rancher has begun. Shot one. Take one. Here we go. And action. And I...
Cut. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, we're gonna go back to one. Is camera speeding? Camera's still speeding.
I cut.
What happened? What's wrong?
Okay, we're gonna cut. She said cut. I cut. No, but if I say cut, you cut. And if she says cut,
He's in
you
charge.
okay, Summer?
He's in charge.
We're
Don't
on.
listen to
We're
her.
on.
Okay, back to one. Here we go. Let's set it up.
actors ready?
Ow! Ow!
What just happened?
I'm fine. I think his bug just got me.
First days are always tricky, no matter what you're doing. So I always withhold judgment, and you just kind of wait till you're getting in a rhythm, you know?
Action!
And I, Jacques, promise to love thee, Rosa, with the life-giving devotion of the sun.
And I, Rosa, promise to love you, Jacques. I'm sorry.
Take 10.
With the life-giving devotion of the sun.
Take 15.
We will succeed through passion and divinity and grit.
Take 24.
Across this cold world of naysayers and songs of meaning. This is fucking ridiculous. I can't say these lines.
It's okay.
Who wrote this shit? I can't do this right now. This fucking microphone fell hanging out my ass. Would somebody help me, please? I'm done.
You're done.
I'm done. No, I hate to break this to you, but people do not talk like that. I've been working on this scene for, I don't know, the sun's going down. I'm suggesting that you take your cameras, you turn them around, and you shoot a sex scene. You shoot something that we can actually use. Do you know what kind of a film you're making right now?
Yes, I do.
I've been trying to say, I don't know, did you, you're gonna have...
See,
No, I am done. I am not doing the scene. Thank you.
Okay, back to one. Go, guys. Back to one. Is it Summer. She's...
Summer. Hey, wait a second.
Everyone gets nervous. I get nervous.
I am not nervous.
I know, but I'm saying if you were nervous, it's okay.
This has nothing to do with nerves, boys. This has to do with the fact that your dialogue is complete shit. I'm done.
Armando and Bill talked and impressively convinced Summer to give them one last take. However, she insisted she would not say a single word of the dialogue they had written. They had only this shot to capture the emotion needed for Scene 1, the secret wedding.
Speeds 27 plus.
And all you gotta do is keep your attention right here and focus on me, okay? I want you to tell me someone you really, really love. Who is that person?
Snowflake, my cat.
Your cat. You love her. And you care for her. And she loves you. Where is she then?
She's at a boarding camp.
She is?
for how long? 3.5 long weeks while we shoot this movie. I want you to imagine her face in that boarding town. I want you to look in her eyes right now. I want you to see her looking at you. I want you to hear those meows saying, meow. Mommy, where are you? And I want you to picture all those foreign animals around her and the fear in her eyes. Meow. Where did you go? Because I trusted you. I trusted you, Mommy. And I want you to turn your heart to her right now. With your eyes, you look at her and you tell her, Snowflake, I love you so much. I would never hurt you. Tell her.
And out. Camera. You stay there, Summer. Stay right there. Stay there. Hold right there, Summer. And out. Now. I guess I'm just realizing right now that we did it. They don't even know what's coming with how good this movie's gonna be. They don't even know what's coming. They're gonna die when they see this footage. It's gonna be the best footage they have ever seen from any film they've ever made in this genre that they're in. They don't understand yet, but it's coming. I mean, something new is happening in this world of film. She loves him.
I love you, Rosa.
And I love you, Jacques. My world is perfect.
Rosa. We must tell your mother of our union.
Do not speak these words now, my love.
But Rosa.
And cut! It's so good. Johnny, we're gonna swing the camera around. We're gonna come in from here for the
guys, just give me a sec.
Johnny, we're gonna swing it around from here.
Right through
Bill,
here.
it's a 911 situation. Mary must speak with you. Right now.
Mary and the partners at Nameless Studios had received their first glimpse of the raw footage. They were less than pleased.
You know, the beginning of a shoot's crucial. And then they're not off to a bad start here. But it's my job to really make sure they shoot what we agreed to. We didn't agree to romantic. We didn't agree to pretty. We did agree to sexy.
That was a hand-sewn wedding dress from the 1940s that we rented with our own money. It was beautiful. If you don't see... Please stop interrupting me. Yes, I'm listening. Uh-huh. Every single thing has to be reshot in color. I'm gonna change the dialogue.
What'd she say, though?
She said she liked the locations, but we have to change the color. We have to shoot in color. And we have to change the dialogue.
Everything has to be in color. She said those words.
At
I
this
don't know.
point, she wants to make the dialogue more contemporary.
It's a period piece.
I know. In color with contemporary dialogue. She says more contemporary. She doesn't listen. She's an interrupter, and she didn't see one thing that we did out there. She should be the evil mother.
Oh. Okay, since we're talking about changes, this scene right here, I'm not liking that obvious opposition. It's just not honest.
You gotta think.
Contractually, Armando and Bill were forced to make the changes Mary had instructed. Nonetheless, in response, they made a change of their own. They slightly adjusted the sexual positioning through the scene from upright into prone, technically placing them in breach of their contract.
I love you, Rosa.
And I love you, Jacques. My world is perfect.
Rosa, we must tell your mother of our union, baby.
No, don't go there.
But Rosa...
No.
No, I've never shot nudity before, but I'm not concerned about it. I think it doesn't change our focus from the scene that we're trying to accomplish. I think nudity is just us. It's people in their natural state.
Like this, Bill?
Great.
Yeah?
You good, Bill? Yes, of course I'm nervous, but it's not about sex entirely. We have a good game plan, and that is keep the sex beautiful, keep it straightforward, and keep it simple.
What are you doing?
No, the sock fell off.
Be careful. Careful.
No, the sock fell off. Okay, let's just settle in. Let's not. Nope, no need to panic.
Buster, can you get me some tape?
Here, can you help me? Let's get this thing going. One more piece of tape, and we're back on track.
Although the scene did not fully uphold its contractual obligations,
Why'd they put a donkey?
Nameless Studios had no complaints. The entire crew took this scene as a victory. Over the next 3 days, the team shot scenes Armando and Bill had created for the Lone Rancher. In their eyes, these scenes were the backbone of Rosa and Jacques' love story. Although the team was small and the style was clearly unorthodox, it would appear, momentarily, Armando and Bill's vision was coming to life.
The problem is that there's technical things that are constantly going awry and can sink the entire ship. So you have this huge ship packed full of people and equipment and sandbags, and you're floating down the river, and all of a sudden one thing, 9-volt battery is out, and the whole ship comes to a standstill.
Okay.
Just don't tell him where this came from.
What am I supposed to say?
It came from a costume store.
Yeah, custom store, it's fake.
Alright. Well, I need the chunk.
Let me see.
I gotta be honest, I'm surprised you can even afford a mustache on this shoot. This ain't bad though.
Yeah,
Goes with the hat, pretty nice, I like that.
it's a very fine camel hair.
I heard of that.
Yeah.
They got camel on this shoot, huh? That's good. But it smells a little bit funny. Not too bad, but it itches my nose a little bit.
Well, it had to be soaked in formaldehyde to get it, to be able to use it on
But it looks like real.
That's what
it's
matters
almost
most.
like
What matters most is that it looks authentic for the character, because your character is just...
As the supporting cast arrived, the crew faced new obstacles and personalities, yet they kept their focus.
I'm happy. Are you happy?
It certainly does look real, though, if you take a good look at it. Watch my hat down like this. That's when it works good
It's
for me.
working for me. I think that we need to just kind of hone in
My
on it.
jawline looks very powerful with this mustache.
Really, really
Really
good.
good.
It smells like shit, though, but it's got it, you know?
It's just the natural scent of the camel. It'll go away.
I'm a real actor. This is what I do. Yeah, I don't make millions of dollars in a picture, but I love what I do. I see a girl in a convenience store, and she recognizes me, and I tell her, yeah, you see me from one of my movies. And first she'll laugh or something like that, which I don't mind, but I ask her if she understands how hard my job is, every movie of the week leads into our movies. The primetime movies run first. 2 in the morning when you're settled and relaxed, you get to watch me, That means I'm getting their undivided attention at 2 in the morning.
I like that.
It's goddamn perfect. And the thing about it is that I'm feeling her, she's feeling me. You don't want the lift kit. Lift kit?
The look is just fine. Can we just shoot? It's cold. It smells like horse shit.
what I was talking
Okay,
about.
he's not going to get any look more than the look that he's already got. So either get with the look or...
I'm gonna deal with this.
I don't understand why you guys...
I'm not doing it. I'm trying to make everyone feel comfortable.
Because you guys are doing good. You guys are doing...
All right, you guys, let's get actors in their places, please.
God damn. Look at that little pinata, man. I'm getting some of that tonight, boy.
Let me tell you something, Jorge. Don't you ever speak of Rosa in such ugly terms again.
Jose, take it easy, boy. I'm talking about the other one right there. Oh, pinatas, huh?
No problem. Okay, but let me tell you something. Listen to me, Jorge. If you speak of women in such ugly ways, You will never see her true beauty here. All right, Jose. Wait a second. That little son of a bitch. That little son of a bitch is hitting the boss's daughter, ain't he? I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. You little ugly midget. I'm gonna make some money off this, you little son of a bitch. I'll show you inner beauty.
Something's wrong.
What is it, my love?
I don't know. Shit.
You cannot feel me again.
What's happening to me, Jacques?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Covered wagon.
Covered wagon scene.
Crucial scene.
Yeah, this is the most crucial scene of the entire movie. Every film has a crucial scene. This is it because our character takes the first step to face a problem she has in her
She
life.
faces her problem.
Yeah, she does.
That's
That's
the first
huge.
point when she faces her problem. But what she doesn't do is face the real issue.
The evil mother.
Evil mother. We lit it half in light, half in dark. A lot of contrast in this scene. It's like she's torn between the truth and between the lie. We felt that would raise the question, what will she do?
No, nothing's wrong. I can't feel you. Never give up on me, Jacques. Make love to me. Make love to me.
And you will feel.
She's living in fear.
Exactly. She's hiding, and she's living a lie, and when you live that lie, you can't orgasm. And
I can't feel you. I will. I will. Yes, I can.
can you feel me now?
No. I can't. Please don't give me that artsy fartsy crap. I've given you a lot of leeway here so far, but not with this. Okay. Wagon scene, not there to signify struggle. You are under contract to deliver bodies that people can see. People do not pay to see shadows. Alright, did you get our wardrobe changes?
Yeah, we did get the wardrobe. I want to talk to you.
No. There's no talking about it. You have a contract. It's highlighted. Wardrobe, absolutely not your call. Do you understand me? So, from now on, they were exactly what we sent you. Let's review. No shadows whatsoever over naked bodies. Good. Oh my God.
It's great news. It means she likes everything she's seen, no problems. It's just going forward.
You can't change the costumes in the middle of this.
I don't think she said you have to change every costume.
We have to change all the girls' costumes.
That may not be, like you said, a bad thing, because there is a lot of change happening within the characters.
Have you guys seen the costumes? It's a totally different movie.
I liked the costume she sent, for better for worse. I would like that.
It doesn't make sense.
From our standpoint of view, no, it doesn't make sense. From her standpoint of view, somewhere it makes sense to them.
Right.
You know, they're thinking sex sells.
But what if what we do does more than they expect? What if we stuck to our thing,
What if
still
you make
sexy?
it shine-
What if it shines in a different way than they expect, and then in the end they see it, and then in the end they're really happy that we went against
They're not
what
willing
they
to
said.
take that risk, though. That's what she's saying. She's saying, thus far, A+. That's what she's saying. I heard, good job. Going forward, here's a suggestion. That's what I heard. You know what? Sometimes certain things like that cause us to step back and say, hey, how can we make it better? Necessity is the mother of invention. Who said that? Tony Robbins.
Despite Nameless Studios' philosophy, or Mary's demands, the team continued on, maintaining great attention to the details of the story they were creating, and believing it was a story worth telling.
At first, I thought that Bill and Armando were just a little bit out there. I mean, they are out there, seriously. But they actually seem to care about my character. I mean, I have a character. I've never experienced anything like this before.
You guys are asking me the same question over and over. I'm not sure I have a philosophy on movies. It's like a conscious unconsciousness. You want to divorce yourself from what's real for that time. You knowingly say, I want to be out of this reality. You can say it's just getting away from yourself. I don't really come up with any of the content. I think the cover art is of paramount importance, and I'm instrumental in choosing that and deciding titles. And so you just try and capitalize on as many fringe genre as possible. It's mass marketing to people who, like Friday night at midnight. What would appeal to you? Just for 90 minutes. Or 69 minutes. That's how long that movie is. That's one of the ways we figured out how to title it that. No one ever went broke overestimating the taste of the American... Oh, no. No one ever went broke underestimating the taste of the American public. Mark Twain. Really? Who was it?
The 13th morning of shooting started as every other day, according to schedule, until a call came through from Nameless Studios.
Okay, I need everyone's attention. I just got off the phone with Nameless at Tuck to Mary, and there's a little bit of an announcement, so just take it, don't interrupt me, because it's just something we're going to have to deal with. They've already cast the evil mother, okay? She's on her way. The good news is she's a big star, apparently. Whatever, marketable. The bad news is she's playing the evil mother, and she is only 23 years old, but additionally she's Asian. So, it's not a joke. This is not a joke.
Mary, with all due respect, I'm just saying we need to step back and we need to talk about this. We need to figure out how to make this work.
Because they're kind of young, they're kind of green, they don't really know what they have. Pamela Holdsworth's a name. You know, they're enthusiastic. I get that. That's fine. But, you know, we're running a business here. Everybody's got somebody to answer to. I've got somebody to answer to. I got to answer to Brad, you know. He's got somebody to answer to. These guys have somebody to answer to. You know, it's not like they get on their little playground. They can do whatever the fuck they want. This is my room. Come on in. My name is Pamela Holdsworth, and I am playing Rose's evil mother.
In my 16 years as a filmmaker, I had never witnessed a casting decision made this unworkable.
We're moving forward. That's all we can do. Okay?
What we're going to do is kind of just create the character for you with makeup. So I'm just going to put a lot of lines all over the face and, really deepen these bags here and just make them really dark and sunken in really well. And just, massive, massive crow's feet. She kind of had some trouble understanding her character. And I think Bill and Foster are out there talking to her right now. Maybe explaining acting to her a little bit. You're not making me look ugly. If you fucked me up, nobody's going to want to watch it.
Well, I think that Nameless Films...
I am part of the Nameless Films package. So if you don't say that you understand me right now, I'm calling up my agent in 15 seconds, telling them that I'm done, walking off the set, and you will be shut down.
I think that would be a really bad career move, because it's a great role.
Whatever! I Googled all of you. You didn't even come up. What can you do to me?
Without the support of Nameless Studios to recast, or the authority to fire her, the crew was left with very few options.
They say on the top of a mountain is the best place to figure things out. That's where we're going if we can make it.
They brainstormed an entire gamut of fresh ideas, searching for the solution to their newest problem. What to do with Pamela. Could they rewrite her into a half-sister character of Rosa's? Or could she become a distant cousin? Could she be an evil ex-lover of Jacques? They even explored turning her into a ghost. But in the end, they decided only their original vision would work. Only the presence of an evil mother's hand would be powerful enough to put at risk the union they were creating between Rosa and Jacques. The mother character was imperative.
Let's get this thing going. Everybody get ready. We're 7 minutes behind. We have to stay focused and be completely on task in order to get back on track. So get in your general positions and just stay focused. Be ready when Bill needs you.
Answer me. Is there something between...
Roll sound. Speeds with crickets. Hey, roll camera. Camera speeds. Scene 21. Take 1. Action.
It is a simple question that I suggest you answer, daughter. Is there something between you and him? Do you know what I will do if I find out there is? It is a simple question that I suggest you answer, daughter. I don't know what you want from me, Mother. Is there something between you and him? know what I will do if I find out there is? What do you want from me, Mother? I want the truth. You can't handle it. Answer me. No, Mother. Of course there's nothing with me in the ranch. The thought of it disgusts me. Ah! That is exactly what I wanted to hear. Give me the rancher set right now. We have a problem.
The audience's imagination now, we are hoping, is more involved with the scene.
Because the imagination is one of the most powerful aspects in the human being. So when we have that, go ahead.
So what we're hoping is that, kind of like Jaws, you don't see the shark, you don't see the face.
It's Mary. Hello.
Okay, you have gone way too far this time, boys. We paid for Pamela Holtzbar's face.
You said in our last conversation that we are to...
Not cover the body? What did you say? No, I think I understood what you said. And you got the entire body in the shot, yeah?
What are you doing, Armando? Are you starting something with me?
I'm sorry, anything with you, Mary.
The reality is, we are honoring your contract down to every specific detail. Yes, we are. Down to the boobs at the 5.5-minute intervals.
Oh my God. Game on, boys. We gotta get down there.
As the saying goes, it's not what happens to you in life, it's how you respond. That is the key. And,
I think we got lucky.
yeah, that's the truth. We took a stumbling block and turned it into a stepping stone.
The thing that gets me is that they're just making decisions. They're just making these unilateral decisions without checking in. Totally unacceptable. Anyway, retail therapy to the rescue. I don't know where they're from. You know, they probably milked cows before or something. I don't know. I guess it's partially my fault. I just wanted the ranch, you know? And I thought they had a little common sense, but obviously not. I mean, how old are they? They have no money. What is, you know, it's balance. It's about checking accounts and savings, and they're just freaking artists. They drive me nuts. Honey? All right.
Basically, there has been a major change. Nameless Studios called last night. President himself calls. Apparently has absolutely nothing to do. Calls to tell us that this new actress is going to be playing in our movie. Surprise! Hey! Write a part for her. Tomorrow by 7. I cannot tell whether they really want this movie to be finished or just want to sink the ship and just to laugh at us.
Yeah, they seem to think they have some sort of input here. They seem to think this is something they can change the format of, but this is not a creative process. This is a formula they have to adhere to.
There's always going to be changes, and we have every right to make them. So whether you like it or not, Sherry Strong is going to be on the set for tomorrow's scene.
Armando and Bill were informed that Sherry Strong, Nameless Studios' top mature actress, had been retained to make a one-day cameo appearance in the film. They were instructed to redesign a scene that was to be shot the next night, creating space within it for Sherry.
You're saying you want to put this girl in a love scene between Rosa and Jock?
Threesome. He said they have the ability to change things at the last minute. There is nowhere in the contract we signed that said they have the ability to change things at the last minute. Then what's the purpose of signing the contract?
We didn't read the whole contract.
There's an expression that when a tree doesn't bend in the wind, it snaps. So we just have to be flexible, because whatever you resist, you persist, or whatever you, what is it? We just embraced what we had to embrace and then used it as just our fuel to go through the issue.
Yeah.
Oh, honey, oh, I'm so sorry. I have this thing where I don't like to touch strangers. Oh, okay. Character. I'm so sorry. It's nothing You personal. Just have to leave your hands down and then you won't touch me. Okay. There we go. Can you just shut your mouth for a second? Yeah. Thanks. We're very excited about Cherry Strong. It was perfect. You know, her schedule opened up. We called her agent right away. Promised her a bigger part in our next project, a little bigger movie. And we closed the deal. It was pretty exciting. You see, it's good to have a really recognizable face on the cover. That way our exhibitors, you know, the ones we don't even have a relationship with, they know that this is a saleable movie.
She's the bomb. She's the #1 actress in this franchise. She makes it sing. You know, guys like watching her. What can I say?
No, you'll be seducing him.
So to her, I just can't. I'm intrigued.
Exactly. I was saying to Armando, I said, you put someone between Rosa and Jacques that, you know, I'd rather cut my balls off than let someone do that. This is a fucking nightmare. That's what I said. And that's when we realized that we could make the scene into a nightmare. What it does is it lets us see the subconscious in inner Rosa and see what she's fighting and going through.
Yes. And when we bring that up and illuminate that for the audience, they go, I got it. I got it. Rosa! Your fire is dying. Come inside.
Don't do this! Don't you dare! Hey, cowboy. I hear there's a rodeo here, and I'm ready to rap. Well, Foster let me know, actually, that Cherry Strong was going to be on set. And I was a little excited and nervous. But honestly, the more I thought about it, the more pissed I got. Because this is my scene. And that's when I gave him the idea for the end. And they took my idea.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. It's not gonna work. It doesn't sell. It's something else. It's earnest is what it is. But what? There's nobody naked. It's 5 minutes of film. There's nobody naked in this. Oh, that's bullshit.
Although Armando and Bill were justifying their decisions, it was clear to me their vision of the picture was slipping away. I asked if they now believe their sensibilities never stood a chance, and if they feel their greatest fear coming true, that The Lone Rancher is becoming just another mature movie. They did not appreciate my questions.
Such a naysayer. Such a naysaying attitude. That's what I'm saying. We're not trying to figure this out. We're not trying to know exactly where our movie's going to end up on a shelf. We're talking about creating something here.
You're gonna make us look like idiots.
So we gotta wrap it all up into a little wrapper and talk about it's this type of a movie or it's that type of a movie. What's the big deal? Just trying to talk.
It's really frustrating because you're just trying to do your best. You see, you fight the good fight, and you want somebody that, you know, you're fighting the good fight for them. Because it's like what we're doing is going to make it better for them. They don't realize it because people don't believe. They like to be pigeonholed into what works, their particular formula. This is what we've done before, this is how we're gonna do it. When you try to mix genres and try to go past what you're given, they don't get it, and they feel very uncomfortable. When people feel uncomfortable and vulnerable, boom, they punch you in the face.
In direct response from the TPC, Nameless Studios sent an immediate amendment to set, forcing Armando and Bill to fulfill yet another change. In addition, they were instructed that, should they drift in any form from the sent amendment, Nameless Studios would retain their right to complete filming on Keyhole Ranch, should it be with or without them as directors.
This is what we received. The characters of Rosa's mother and Jacques will engage in sexual intercourse for the duration of no less than 4 minutes through scene, using items not limited to and no less than a lasso or ropes as pleasure tools and or physical restraints. Said measures will produce heightened orgasmic gratification in both performances, surpassing all previously recorded sexual material. And then they have a shot list here that they want us to hit shot by shot, and it gets down to the detail of backgrounds using floaty bubbles. They want bubbles in the scene now. So that's basically it. That's where we're at.
The scene of the film, yeah. We had a meeting last night, Bill and I. We worked through the night, and we discussed how to keep Rosa and Jacques' love intact while Jacques has sex with the mom. So we have a solution.
10 minutes, everybody, so get in that place. 10 minutes.
Who's there? Rosa, is that you?
Wouldn't that be nice? It is my turn to ask the questions, Lunchhand!
Why am I tied up?
I tied you down and fed you as you slept like a little baby. You will be getting sleepy, my little Jacques.
No!
Sleep! Sleep!
Oh, man. What they did was wrong. It was wrong. I mean, it was completely unprofessional. Unethical. Yes, they technically broke the contract. What else do you want to know?
He said it was unethical. Yes. These idiots force us to shoot a bondage S&M scene between a married guy and his mother-in-law, and they force us to shoot it, and then they call the way we shot it unethical?
They don't like it.
That's it. They have no soul. They have no brain, but they did not say reshoot, right?
About the loophole you found in the amendment.
They never use the word consensual.
Yeah, and the amendment, like, the sex scene never had to be consensual. They forgot that word, which ironically means that they're fucked because we can make it however we want it. Like, we actually made it make sense. Right. Like, Armando would never cheat on Summer. He loves her. That's how the script is written. That's why he's doing it. That's how he's going to make her come. And then he gets raped. It's like, what? It was saved. It's like, in an imperfect world, it became as perfect as it could have been.
Although technically they had stayed within the bounds of the agreement, Nameless Studios had had enough.
Okay, I am calling Nameless Studios, and no bullshit, our project is very much on the line. We are on life support. They want to pull the plug. I talked to Mary last night for an hour. She did not like a single thing we shot, but I am almost certain that they do not want to go back and reshoot everything. We are 4 days away from bringing this ship home. And these guys right now are going to calm them down, have them have faith in our process, and we're going to finish this goddamn movie.
So everyone just
Focus.
quiet.
Guys, this is Melanie Harpier here. You have Brad Bueller, Mary Bernstein, Hal Calloway, Tom Wellred, and myself all here.
Hi, Mary, how are you? This is Foster. We've got Bill and Armando and myself. Can you hear us clearly?
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes.
can. Okay. Why don't you tell me about this decision you made to put a rape scene in my movie?
Look, Brad, would you please...
Clarify what you meant by that last statement?
You wasted an entire day shooting a sequence involving a drug and a rape scene that I can't use.
I know what in the hell you were thinking about.
What we were thinking is honoring that contract.
Or the amendment, as you called it, that was sent to us at the 11th hour. That's what we were doing.
You were hired to deliver to us a mature movie. Not a horror film, but an adult, mature movie. As you breach your contract in
Multiple areas. I think it would be best in both your interests right now if you talked about this with me.
I don't believe that we have breached the contract.
We haven't
In all
reached
due
the
respect,
contract.
Bill and I have been tearing our hair out as to why this situation has come to the point it has come to. And we sincerely believe the real issue boils down to two different points of view in regards to sexiness.
Bill and I come from a school similar to Marilyn Monroe, who obviously, as you know, is one of the sexiest women who ever graced the planet. She said, and I'm quoting, "Passion is underneath true sexiness." So we understand that if we're going to be sexy, we have
have to be passionate.
And I think we can both agree that she had a handle on sexy.
Bill, Marilyn Monroe died of an overdose at age 36. It's kind of a sad story. I'm not sure what she had a handle on, but maybe sexy had a handle on her. You ever think about that?
Brad, what we really want to say is the film is going really well.
Great.
And all we are asking that we need from you are a few last days to wrap this thing up, and then you can see the film in its entirety.
You're gonna love it.
When you see it in
Context, you will see there's something here waiting to come out that
I believe is operating on a higher level of sexiness than you even originally were
expecting. I think people will relate to this film, and if you could just give us that chance to just keep on going, that's all we really ask.
of you at this point.
I'm not looking for a film to relate to, Bill. I'm looking for a film to jerk off to.
Excuse me, this is Gary Birch. I do sound here, and I've been on set every scene.
And, sir, I'd just like to say, I would jerk off to this. All of it.
Love's listening, guys.
We have a team
Rob, we're really sorry about that.
to making this project come to fruition, and we are grateful for this opportunity.
All we need is 4 days. Bill and I know that we can do this in 4 days.
James, I'm gone for 2 hours.
Sexiest project you've ever seen.
When I get back, we need to talk.
Mary?
Mary? Mary?
Brad,
Are you guys still there?
They hung up.
They hung up. They hung up.
So what does that mean?
I know you're trying to help, but that really wasn't the right time to just kind of chime in and say that.
The guy asked, and he said he wanted
We get it. I get it.
He asked. He asked. Executive on the project, and he was honest.
We've got to focus on the solution. I get it.
It totally kills the whole
Listen,
process.
we get it. He's not the issue. The issue is, can we solve the problem in front of us right now? So let's focus on a solution.
He jacked off to the dailies last night.
Why are you such a dick, man?
You jacked off to the dailies.
Last night.
I thought we were a team, and I
Caught you. Let's every man for himself.
Are we going to try to keep shooting?
I say we keep
Or are we going to wait
No.
for a phone call?
I say no more watching the dailies if you guys are masturbating.
Thank you very much.
Whoa,
First
brief,
of all,
you guys.
you get it first.
Can we not talk?
Armando and Bill waited and waited, but a return call never came. Left in the dark, and in fear of losing everything they were creating, they forced themselves to make an executive and painful decision.
Silhouette sexy mother, doorway profile, medium shot sex begins, close-up faces enjoying sex, medium shot, Jacques hands on mother's breasts, pinching nipples. This is just wrong. I'm glad you're getting this on camera. Daughter masturbates, medium wide through the window.
Check 1, 2, 3, check 1.
It says, with erect nipples and bent knee to see legs spread.
Settling in. We need total silence. We're about to roll. Sound. Sound speed. Camera.
Camera speeds.
Bubbles. Team 68. Shot 1. Take 1. Corporate force reshoot. And actors ready.
I was sent here through Nameless Studios to oversee this production for the next 2 days and make sure that these scenes are shot the way they were intended to be shot, because quite frankly, we don't trust them. While back home, they try to figure out what it is they're going to do about this production.
Okay, keep everything rolling. Please, do not knock on the door. We're in the middle of the shoot.
What's going on?
You're screwing up our takes, and the light is clearly
I'm screwing up your takes?
which means that we are trying to stay on
What do you mean I'm screwing up your takes? I'm Hal Calloway from Nameless Studios. I'd like to see Armando or Bill, please.
Right in the middle, we're trying to roll this stuff off. Like, our dialogue would definitely be picked up.
Who are you? Who are you?
Foster.
Okay, Mr. Foster. I'd like to see Armando or Bill. And I'd like a bottle of water, please. This is the very first time since I've been with them that they ever sent me anywhere. They don't trust you guys. We've been looking at the dailies. They look like shit. They're upset. Everybody's upset. So they sent me here to overlook the next 2 days. Me. I'm going to be watching over this entire production right now.
You're over everything.
Yes, I am. Cut. I don't. What?
That was good for camera.
Can we? Let's maybe not dance in the bubble so much.
What do you want?
I'm just having a hard time right now because I don't know. It's hard for me to shoot this scene.
What's up to debate, Bill? What do you want?
That's pretty good.
You want more bubbles, less bubbles? We're waiting on your call.
I say less bubbles. Let's talk about this. Why would you want to have less bubbles?
What color we can keep it? Zandy?
because I don't know where the bubbles came from.
I read you on like different.
What does this say in the script?
Okay, we're gonna keep the bubbles. We're gonna keep just as many bubbles.
Really good, looking really good.
I mean, the thing is, it's like if we were doing a bad job, if we had done a bad job, if we had not tried, if we had not pushed like we had, it's like if we were not on the phone trying to work things out with them, if we were not trying to hone in and make it the best thing possible, you know? If, then I would understand.
You know, I think when you start putting so many different labels on things and taking away the rights of the director, I think it starts taking away from the magic.
We were working our butt off. I mean, when you send in an Asian, 17-year-old that's supposed to be a grandmother and expect us to transform her into that, and then we do an amazing job, and then we get ridiculed for it, it hurt a little.
1 week from now, Bill's gonna be cutting hair at a pet store. I'm gonna be back at public access, like thinking like what it coulda, shoulda, and it's like the things that were cool and interesting and inspiring then are now gonna seem like it was my secondary prize. You know what I mean? And I hate to even be paraded up here as though like, oh, all hail the losers, which is I feel like what your fucking documentary does, you pieces of shit. But at the same time, I have a bit of respect for you because at least you're doing it. It's like you're following through. Granted, like I feel like we're the horse's ass that's to be laughed at this point. And I guess we're kind of just fulfilling a role for you. And we've lost our first feature film. Exactly right. I mean, what else is there to say? You want to rub my face in a pile of shit?
They were halfway through completing the scene, taking a short break for lunch, when the call came through from Nameless Studios. Armando, Bill, and the crew were informed by Mary that the project had been terminated. This was the last frame of usable video footage that would ever be shot for the Lone Ranger.
Rolling tail slate. Scene 68, take 29, tail slate.
It's been shut down, I guess. Canceled. Not using the footage. Done. I thought we were getting on the right track for what they wanted or whatever, like turn it around or... But personally, I think they were onto something. I mean, I don't know. You can't tell what these things are going to look like once we're done, but I think they were really onto something. I had a different experience than I've ever had. And, I've done a couple of films. Kind of disappointing. I'm going to Broadway now. Just kidding. Just kidding. I don't know where I'm going now, actually.
So, that's it. So much for having a dream. Pick up and keep going.
So isn't your guys' documentary over now at this point? I mean,
Just
really need to...
don't talk about it.
How's it all going? That's the thing. We're gonna be heading out of here. They're shutting us down. Fire department? No. It was the company that hired us.
Let's do it, guys. Come on. His boss has to be back by 2 o'clock tomorrow or else it comes out of Bill's paycheck, and I didn't even have the heart to tell him that. Just saying, please get it back on time. But welcome to the world of adult filmmaking.
Armando and Bill said their thanks and their goodbyes, and started their long journey home. Foster's last chore was to drop Summer and Pamela at the San Francisco airport, where they would catch a 45-minute flight to Los Angeles. Instead of taking the fastest route home, Armando and Bill headed west toward the more scenic Highway 1. It was easy to understand. Their drive home would take them through miles of endless questions.
Ironically, we were driving, being fired because we had a purpose and a reason to tell a story. And yet, this
And
is
they
just,
hired us to tell a story.
yes, and this is just one more affirmation that we were on track.
Yeah, just happened to pull over to see this. See, there are things happening that are good.
And there are people who have a reason for what they do. Not just for a dollar's sake, not just for money, but because they have a story to tell. I mean, look at this.
Yeah.
This is not just about painting. This is about art. This is about affecting people. This is about storytelling.
It's making a statement. People drive by, they see this. This is what it gives. It's not asking for anything in return. Is it asking for anything in return? No, it's not asking for anything in return.
No, it's just-
it's just here for you. It's here for you. It's here for you. It's here for all of us.
That's what art does.
It's giving.
Giving,
It's giving.
loving, serving.
Excuse me.
Where do you see perversion in this? Where do you see someone saying, we've got to paint with some sexual content? It doesn't have to be anything except what it is. I mean, paint for peace. This is not paint for a penis. Oh, look at this, a dove. What does the dove symbolize? Peace. What was I just saying? You feel an energy here. Look at the eye. Did you see the eye in here? You see it's stress here, strain, obstacles, but there's something in the vision that stay in the course. Someone had a story to tell, and they had the guts to tell it, and they weren't intimidated by some outside source who was hungry to make a buck. I mean, come on. At the end of the day, when you look back on your life, you look back on the things that you did that were important, you know what's going to stand out? What's going to stand out is what you did in the spirit of love and purpose. Period. Not what you did for a buck. I mean, look at paint for what? Peace.
Basically, after The Lone Rancher was terminated, we hired a new director, rolled the actors over into this new project, which is a war piece that I wrote years ago, right after the war started. And everybody really wanted to do a war piece. We wanted to get it done before the war was over. And the company seems pretty happy.
Son of a bitch! Ah, damn! Oh my god! You've been shot! Blair! Freedom isn't free. You were hit through your left ventricle system, blocking your third artery. You have 15 minutes to live.
Damn! Damn, they got him!
And here come my bullets. Is there anything you want before you die?
I gotta be honest with you. I've always had to leave girls in military outfits.
Is it just me? This heat. It's driving me crazy. Ugh.
So I just want to thank each and every one of you for your effort. You know, we owe this one to each other and to Nameless Studios. All right?
Nameless.
On three, heat the Middle East.
All right.
1, 2, 3, heat the Middle East! We cut our losses on Rancher and we turned over the contracts to the girls we had in place for this, and it was a smooth transition. It usually isn't, but it was on this one. And, you know, the Rancher wasn't a total loss. We'll use some of those scenes somewhere, someplace. We could lease some D for this thing. All right, thanks, guys. Have a good evening.
I flat out absolutely loved it. I love the people that worked on it in this room.
Thank you.
And you're all fantastic. One thing I liked about it, I liked the way you portrayed me. I mean, I know that sounds egotistical, but I like being portrayed in an honest, hard-working, gritty role, and you guys really captured it.
I think that Mary and everyone who was a part of this film are absolutely satisfied with the finished product. Those guys were young, and what they did, they were basically just butchering the film.
Come on.
Well, we've been in this business for quite some time. It isn't unfair.
We gave them a shot, and you know what?
We did give them a shot, and they tried to bend the rules.
They brought the production value of the film up by letting us use that
You
property.
know what?
I understand that you're a business and I'm creative, but that's kind of rough in them, man.
Okay,
you know?
everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
I thought they were weird, and I didn't like them very much. and I get yelled at a lot because of them. And that's very rare because that doesn't happen around here. So I'm glad they got fired.
Oh yeah, very happy, very satisfied. I mean, we turned around our war movie. It was on time. It was efficient. That's what it's supposed to go. Under budget. Buyers are happy. I'm happy.
It's a good film.
Thank you.
I asked Brad as well. Have you spoken with Armando or Bill for any reason since The Lone Rancher?
No. No, I haven't.
Over the last 2 months, Armando and Bill had denied my requests to visit them. However, days after the Nameless Studios release party, they contacted me. On the surface, it would appear their daily lives had not changed. Bill was back to work, and Armando was continuing his life coach studies. But I wondered what emotional scars were left, if any, from their Lone Ranger experience. Unfortunately, they would not share regarding their feelings on such matters. Their only wish was to share with us, in detail, their version of how the Lone Rancher was supposed to have ended.
It's for us, but it's for the Lone Rancher. It deserves, meaning the Lone Rancher, not Bill and Armando, it deserves the opportunity to be accurately represented in the spirit it was created. Thank you.
Well, it's the ending.
Upon realizing Jacques had survived the poison attack in the night, Rosa's mother hires an evil gunslinger to come kill Jacques. As Rosa and her mother watch aghast, Jacques fights heroically against the gunslinger. And Jacques kills the gunman passionately. But in his fight, he is shot. He bleeds and begins his descent towards death. Rosa runs to him. She has realized that her fear of confronting evil mother has killed her only love. But all of a sudden, Jacques is alive. With tears sliding down her face, she takes Jacques' gun and turns to her mother. She declares, "Jacques is my husband, my soulmate, and I love him." For the first time, Rosa is not afraid. She will kill for him. She will die for him. But most of all, she will live for herself. And the evil knows it cannot win. It will never destroy true love. So evil turns and leaves forever. And Rosa and Jacques look at each other with brand new eyes. Eyes that can now see. I love you, Jacques. I love you, Rosa. They are finally free. And Rosa feels once again.
And it fades to black. The end. We wanted the last shot we were gonna have this last shot where it came up, panned away with the sun coming through, and the ocean in the background, the ocean's showing it's like a rebirth, a new life. The water represents that.
In order to leave the shoreline behind, they have to, in a sense, cut the anchors that hold them back, which were the mother. And they can now set journey towards their new destination.
Months after our last meeting, as my crew and I were editing this film, I received a call from Armando. He was excited to share they had moved on to a new creative endeavor. They were working toward an animated children's movie. It is the story of a young eagle named Tommy, who was born in a chicken coop and had been misinformed his entire life that he could not fly. As Armando spoke, I noted he seemed very pleased. After ending the call, I thought to myself, would I ever hear of Armando or Bill again? Most likely not. But as their story has displayed, if they always continue forward and never, ever give up, who knows? One day, something could happen.
There's a time when friendship will fly deep within the midst of our traveling. There's a time when forces roll out, like dolphins on a sea of crashing waves. Both before and after your troubled mind, I would be afraid. When trouble has your mind, you have to let me in. Share yourself with me and we will lift up the low and bending boughs of this tree. I say your money's no good. Your heart will give us all we need. Though the sky might fall around you and the ground might.
So first of all, can we just for us, for our own sanity, when you refer to Nameless Studios, can you just refer to them as Shithole Studios? Just because it every time you say Nameless Studios, oh, like I want to die, right? Like a little piece of my soul dies. If you say Shithole Studios, I kind of smile and I go, oh, this guy's cool. So it would just help when you ask me questions to refer to them as Shithole Studios. And the question was, does Shithole Studios...
Green, loud and clear. You got to roll for the bear.